Okay, that blinking PF code on your Whirlpool washer. I get it, it's super frustrating. You've got laundry to do, and the machine's just stopped. But hey, don't worry, you've come to exactly the right place. We're gonna get this all sorted out in the next 5 minutes, I promise.
So there you are, just staring at this weird 2-letter code. Your washer's blinking away, basically holding your clothes hostage. What in the world does PF even mean? And more importantly, what are you supposed to do about it right now?
Okay, first things first. We're about to jump into the fix, but stick with me for just a second. To really get a handle on this, we first need to understand what this code is actually trying to tell us. Once you get the why, the how becomes so much easier.
All right, and this right here, this is probably the most important thing you're gonna hear. Do not panic. That PF code, it's just a heads up. It is not a fault code. Let me say that again, because it's the key to everything. Your washing machine is not broken.
So if it's not broken, what is it trying to tell you? Well, that brings us right to our next section, where we're going to demystify what PF really means so you never have to wonder about it again.
It's super simple. PF stands for power failure. That's it. All it means is that somewhere in the middle of the last cycle, the washer lost power. Could have been a quick blackout in the neighborhood, a breaker that tripped, or maybe someone just unplugged it by accident for a second.
I love thinking about it this way. Your washer is basically just talking to you. It's not yelling an error at you, it's just asking a simple question. Hey, the power went out, what do you want me to do now? So really all that's happened is the machine hit the pause button on itself. It remembers it was in the middle of a job when the lights went out, and now it's just waiting for you to tell it what to do next. That's all.
Okay, now that we know what's going on, let's get to the good stuff, the fix. Section 3, 3 incredibly simple reset methods that are going to get you back to your laundry in like no time.
And get this, before we even start, you should know that the very first and easiest method we're about to try has a 90% success rate. So the odds are way in your favor that this will be fixed in the next 30 seconds.
Here we go. Method 1, the standard reset. You've got 2 easy-peasy options here. Go ahead and try the first one. Just press and hold that start/pause button for about, 3 to 5 seconds. Or you can just tap the cancel or stop button twice. That's literally it. The code should vanish and you can just pick a new cycle.
Okay, so if you're in that unlucky 10% and the code is still hanging around, no big deal. Let's try method 2, the power cycle reset. It's the classic turn it off and on again. Go ahead and unplug the washer straight from the wall. Now, this part is important. You gotta wait 2 full minutes. Don't rush it. That wait time is what lets all the leftover power drain out of the control board. After 2 minutes, just plug it back in.
Still seeing that code? All right, for those really stubborn cases, we've got one more trick up our sleeve, the complete reset. Unplug the washer again, but this time, set a timer for 5 minutes. Then, as soon as you plug it back in, and I mean, be ready for this, immediately press and hold that start button for a full 10 seconds. This forces a much deeper reset of the machine's brain.
But what if you clear the code and a few minutes later, bam, it's back again, even without a power outage? Well, that brings us to our next section, where we'll cover what to do when this thing just won't go away.
A recurring PF code often means the problem isn't the washer at all, it's the power source. So here's a quick checklist. Go check the wall outlet, is the plug all the way in? Give the power cord a quick look for any damage. And hey, it never hurts to check your circuit breaker, right? This could even be a sign of low voltage in your house's wiring.
Now, if you've checked all of that and your home's power seems totally fine, the culprit might just be a small, lingering glitch in the washer's control board memory. Think of it like a computer file that just got a little corrupted and needs to be completely wiped clean.
To clear that glitch, we can do something called an extended power drain. I know, this sounds a little more hands-on, but trust me, it's totally manageable. First, unplug the machine. Then, pop off that lower kick plate at the bottom. You should see a flat ribbon cable plugged into the control board. Just gently disconnect it. Wait a full 10 minutes, then plug everything back in. That should flush out any stubborn memory glitch for good.
All right, problem solved. Now let's talk about making sure this doesn't happen again. Section 5 is all about prevention and locking in the key takeaways from all this. So here are a few simple, proactive things you can do. If you can, always use a dedicated outlet for your washer. It's also a fantastic idea to use a surge protector. It's a super cheap investment that can save you a huge headache. And finally, really try to avoid using extension cords, because they can cause the exact kind of tiny voltage drops that trigger this code.
Just think about that for a second. The actual time it takes to fix this code is just 2 to 5 minutes. You probably spent more time just worrying about it than it took to actually solve the problem.
And let's talk about the cost. The price tag for that simple reset, the one that works 90% of the time? Zero. A big old goose egg. You just saved yourself the cost and the hassle of a service call.
I just love this analogy because it hits the nail on the head. The PF code is not some major crisis. It's just your washer's way of saying, hey, Windows didn't shut down properly last time. Everything cool?
So let's hammer this home one last time, just so we're crystal clear. PF is a simple notification. It is just a paused state. What it isn't is a critical fault, a broken part, or any reason at all to panic.
At the end of the day, you just had a successful conversation with your washing machine. You understood its question, and you gave it the right command. Now that you know PF is just a simple chat, it kind of makes you wonder, what other appliance codes are you ready to decode?